and welcome to Maths Help Online. In this episode we will be learning how to show inequalities on linear and quadratic graphs. Let's start with linear inequalities, as they are simpler. When an inequality is represented as y is greater than or less than ax plus b, to solve this you need to sketch the graph. For all the examples we will only plot the axis-intercepts. The y-intercept is b and x-intercept is x when y is 0. So mark these 2 points on the graph and draw a line through them with a ruler. Now we have a graph. If the equation is equal to y, but what about greater than or less than symbols? Well, a good rule of thumb is if y is greater than the equation, then the area above the line is shaded, and the opposite is true for less than. Also remember that if the graph is less than or greater than, the line is dotted, but if it is greater than or less than or equal to, then the line is full. Next, quadratics. There are two types of quadratic inequalities. There are quadratics which are less than or greater than y, or less than or greater than 0. The only difference is the end. They start the same. First, you need to solve the quadratic. If y is equal to the quadratic, this is usually factorizing, but any method works. If you factorize, then you get x plus a and x plus b in brackets, which allows you to find the root, which is minus a and minus b. This allows for you to plot the graph showing the axis-intercepts. Then you sketch the graph. If the quadratic is less than y, then everything below the line is shaded. If it is greater than, then everything above it is shaded. But if it is less than 0, then where the line is below the x-axis, it is true. But how would you represent this? Well, it's easiest to do this as minus a is less than x, which is less than minus b. The smallest number is on the left. However, if the quadratic is greater than 0, then you would represent this as x is less than minus 4 and x is greater than minus b, assuming that a is less than b. Remember, this needs to be written separately. That is all for this episode of Maths Help Online. Check out my other episodes for more maths help and stay cool.